You are now listening to the Insight Fantasy Sports Podcast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Insight AFL show. I'm your host, The Horse, and joining me tonight, it's not Hurls. He's tied up with a bit of work over in sunny Perth. I've got Flanders, my Central Victorian little buddy with me tonight. How are you, mate?
Oh, mate, living my best life. How about you, mate?
Yeah, we've had better days, mate. We've had better days. As I told you in the car, went to my daughter's basketball training tonight and she broke out in hives. And then before we know it, we've got antihistamines and it's gotten worse. And now we're on chickenpox watch. So it's all happening in the Horse household this evening.
That's not a day to be a household member of the Horse house.
Oh, it's shit house. But that's okay. We move on because we've got 3 rounds left of footy, believe it or not. It's gone really quickly this year. But if you're listening in, like, subscribe, bell. We call it being the triple banger. But if you're listening to us on audio, give us that 5-star review. It helps us get out into the ears of those that are listening to us, Spotify, Apple Music, and all good audio platforms. Squid is going to join us. He is tied up at the moment feeding his little arch at home, just over 5 months old and growing every day. So we love to hear that. But because Hurls isn't here, we don't have any slides for tonight. We don't have any PowerPoint, so we're just going to crack straight in, mate. You happy with that?
Hurls is the legwork of Insight. We need to back him up with that. He does a lot of the legwork for us, and big credit to the big man. So
100%.
A wonderful dude for that. But we can talk anyway, mate. That's what we're here for.
100%. So tonight's episode is going to be brought to you not by the Standard Squeeze, not by Stromy, but it's Ryan from Astute Newstead. Use the promo code INSIGHT for all your residential and home loan needs. He has helped me out recently and saved quite a quid with interest rates coming down and him being able to find the best deal for you. And it costs nothing. So that's why we're giving Ryan a bit of a shout out. Hit him up. He'll do the legwork for you. And even if you don't go with him, at least you know your options there and then. Now, let's get stuck into it, mate, because we're talking Hawthorn and Collingwood tomorrow night at the G. Hawks are paying $2.30. Lockie Bramble responsibly. For the Hawks, Luke Bruce and Chankwath Jath is in. Don't ask me to say that again because I'll fuck it up the second time. Harry Morrison and Will Day, who's out for the year, unfortunately, is out and looking likely to be about a $450K player to start next year if you can trust his body. In for the Pies, who have been struggling of late. They've only won, one of their last 5 games, Flanders?
Yeah, one of the last 4, mate.
Yeah.
The win, not last weekend, the weekend before. I'm pretty sure it was. So,
yeah, so Billy Frampton's back, Tom Mitchell's back, and Jeremy Howe's back. They've absolutely missed Howe. Frampton, he's sort of the unsung hero down back for the Pies, and Tom Mitchell, who knows how to find the ball inside. Charlie Dean looked a little bit out of his depth last week. Bobby Hill, interesting that he's omitted, and Markov, who's a bits and pieces player, he'll have a rest this week. Harry Perriman's playing his 150th and still side bottom. Congratulations, the man from Shepparton, 350 games this week.
Yeah, congrats to him. He's well deserving of it. He's living in the shadow of Pendles and all of his accolades there. That 350 for Steele has crept up, and I never thought I'd be saying the day that they've really missed Billy Frampton. Like, I never thought I'd say those words, but they have missed Frampton. They've missed Howe back there.
They have.
Dean was out of his element, and you've got to trial these guys. You've got to get time into them, but they need to focus on the end of the year, get through finals. Yeah, maybe give him another run next year, and I reckon he'll be something one day, just not this year.
So, how do we see tomorrow night going for the Hawks? We know that Jack Ginnivan seems to always turn it up against Collingwood, and historically, it's always been pretty close between them, hasn't it? With Hawthorn coming from way down. What was it, early last year Collingwood came from well down to beat them by 5 points. Hawks smacked the pants off them this time last year, beating them by 70 points. But then earlier this year, Collingwood beat the Hawks by 50 points. So do you see a bit of that going on again? As our man Squid has jumped into the chat. How are you, brother?
G'day, gorgeous. Yep, going very, very well. I was just trying to put my son down to sleep, singing him the North Melbourne theme song, but he didn't fucking know it. So I had to stick with the ABCs instead, and that got the job done.
Do you even know the song anymore, mate?
Kanga. No,
that's exactly what it is.
I
was about to say, if you want to put Arch to sleep, you could just put on some Charlie Comben highlights and he'd be asleep in about 30 seconds, wouldn't he?
Don't you worry about that. I'm getting ready for that round 24 Blues versus Essendon game, and he could not give a flying fuck like the rest of us. So can't wait for that.
And as Tyre says in the chat, everyone's got kids. Grow up, Squid, and stop milking it.
Hey, you know how it is, mate. You have kids now, and you milk it as long as you can until someone tells you to shut up. And I'm looking at you, so that's fine. I'm going to keep on going.
Squid, we're talking Hawthorn and Collingwood right now.
Yum.
Who's going with Nick Dacos?
I don't think anyone will go with Nick Dacos. I mean, look, last time that they didn't, I don't think that they did tag him, did they? Or did they not? So I can't say why they would now. They backed themselves in. They backed their, the rough kind of inside kind of game to be able to go off about it with, the likes of Newcomb and Warple and Nash. So I reckon they'll just do that again and just whenever he gets near the ball, try and hit him as hard as possible. And we'll see. I think it's going to be a great game. Can't wait.
Do you think he's a genuine VC option?
I mean, you could, but when the tasty appeal of Baz Lenker or Max Holmes up against Essendon is there, I would rather be leaning there.
Yeah. I'm with you, bro.
Nick Dacos, only 116, 106 and 102. And with the scores we've been seeing recently, you couldn't back a VC there based on that history. Like, it's just not appealing enough. So, I don't think I'll be going there, and I'm so thankful. Thank fuck I don't own any Hawthorn players because I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot barge pole.
Mm-hmm.
So for those that don't have or have trades but don't have like your Josh Dacoses or your Darcy Camerons, or we'll go to the Hawthorn side, Lloyd Meek or James Sicily, can we recommend anyone from these two teams, or do you think there's better value elsewhere, Flanders?
I can recommend a standard squeeze pack and drink piss and watch the game. That's about all.
Okay. This man knows what he needs.
That's it. Standard squeeze, drink piss, have a good time.
Yep. What do you reckon with like we know Newcomb isn't as good without Day, and this year, SuperCoach wise, we know he's just signed a 6-year deal, and congratulations, Jai. But from a SuperCoach point of view, he's only at 413K right now, Squid.
Interesting. But I think our main rule is you don't touch anyone that's not named Nick Dacos from the Pies, and you don't touch anyone from the Hawks. I think that's the main thing to take away because the consistency isn't there. They just chop and change. Guys stepping up where they won't. You'll see Dylan Moore go for 112, and then the next week you'll see him go for 60. You'll see Blake Hardwick. You'll see James Sicily. You'll see all these guys just popping up with massive scores, and then the next week they do bugger all. So for me, it's a no. And again, as you said, Newcomb needs his day to unlock his full potential, and he's out for the year. So,
yeah. Well, let's just get straight onto our tips in this one then. Collingwood for me by, let's say, 6 gold.
I'll take Hawks by 2 goals.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. I think Collingwood bounce back here. I like their ins. I'll go the Pies. I feel like they're a bit more complete now, so I'll take them by about 18 points.
Hawthorn are at a spot of bother too now because a loss here, they're potentially pushing shit uphill to make finals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to see Hawthorn make the finals and Collingwood just plummet down the ladder. That'd really make my time. That's the only reason.
Blake Suns.
From Skull, Kerry O'Keefe himself, the big tentacle has arrived.
You know it. Nothing big about it.
Let's go to the next game. Who's playing next?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Mate, your favourite. Yeah, it does.
How quickly can we get through this game?
Quick.
Geelong versus Essendon, GMHBA XYZ 720 whatever stadium in Geelong. It's the 4th place Cats versus the 15th place Essendon. Geelong are paying $1 on TAB. Essendon paying $21. And I guess the real question is here, lads, does Jeremy Cameron just outscore Essendon by himself?
Yes.
Okay, well, that was quick.
Very well.
Next question. Zach Merritt. He's going to get tagged by Ocean or Mark O'Connor or Tom Atkins. So, yeah. He's the only one that can win the ball for us.
Will they care about tagging when they're up 150 points? I don't think so, Horse. So
What did they do to Bonners? They did it to Bonners.
very, very true. That was just dog. That was just a dog act. So I'm hoping that they show a bit of mercy and just go, no, let's just let Merritt have a couple and everything will be okay.
Have you got Merritt?
I do.
Yeah.
Fucking Hurls.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Well, why didn't you tell me that all those weeks ago when I said, Hurls and Horse, what do you think about your star player, Mr. Ferrari himself?
I've never had him.
I know you haven't. You said it was a buck. He better pick his shit up.
Yeah. Flanders?
Yeah,
Smith or Holmes? Which one are you going?
Holmes. Own both. Going Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I reckon there's a real chance. So we know Dangerfield's one of the ones that are going to get rested this week, as per, I think it was Mitch Cleary a couple of nights ago. But some little whispers getting around Tom Stewart maybe taking the week off as well. As per tomato and barbecue sauces.
Yes, very nice. Always trusty and reliable. Thank you very much. What's that idiot's name?
Marquez.
Nah. The Caroline Wilson.
Oh, her.
That
Unreal.
One.
So, Essendon. There's no one there that's relevant for Supercoach. So we're not really going to talk too much about them unless you've got your Mays or your Clarks that are loot players at the moment. Blackiston even, he's been doing an okay job getting his 60 to 80s each week as maybe your R3 if you need to loop someone in or wherever else you may have him. But for Geelong, it's Smith, it's Holmes, it's Jezza Cameron, it's Brian Myers.
Grind.
Who?
Yeah.
Anyone else? Or are they your four?
They'd be
the main ones. They'd be the main ones with that Tom Stewart news that he could get arrested also. I mean, it's interesting there. I mean, Tommy Atkins has been playing some pretty good football, so just keep an eye there. But yeah, I think it's just going to be the stock standard here.
Do we reckon Jezza gets to 100, Flanders?
I hope so, because I'm going to be hanging out in Melbourne that weekend, and I want to storm the G.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's if he doesn't kick 25 this weekend.
Well, that's a fair point. I might have to get the pins going and make my way down to Melbourne pretty quick.
Absolutely. It could be an absolute. Well, it's in Geelong, so you beat the wrong place. But yeah, that's right. It's going to be a bloodbath down there.
Yeah. Let's really hope that Jezza doesn't kick however many goals he needs to kick to get the ton this week, because could you imagine how many threesomes would be going on down the ground? Like down there in Geelong in that shithole? Unbelievable. There'd be so many kids with their birthdays 9 months from now. My God.
Could you imagine Laverde and whoever else is in their back line doing what they did to Fev when Buddy kicked his 100, Fev was on 99, and three-man upping him, like threesomes on him? Yeah. That'd be
be unreal. All I'm expecting this from this game is, you remember when Buddy Franklin took that run down the boundary line and Cale Hooker was chasing him? I reckon that's exactly what Jez is going to be doing all goddamn game this game.
Geelong by 120. Can we move on now, lads?
I think we can move on. Yep. Geelong by a lot. Jez
a lot. Yep. Saturday at the G, we've got Richmond versus St Kilda, where I think you might find, or for me anyway, there might be your first upset for the weekend here. Ooh. Richmond tend to play the G pretty well, and St Kilda struggle a bit at the G. Flanders, we've got no one from Richmond that we're really considering. But for St Kilda, Jack Steele will be back after being sub last week. Nas, is he a captaincy option? Or vice captaincy?
Half of my team is a vice captaincy option because half of it feels like Kilda. Nas, Sinclair, Romo, because Nank leaks points as well if you want something a bit different there. I wouldn't back in McRae, just not in form, but that's about the only highly owned St Kilda player that I wouldn't back in. Other than that, just take them all. I didn't have it on Holmes, so if you don't own Holmes, and Smith's probably a risk of being that laid out because it's Essendon. I wouldn't mind putting something a bit spicy on a bit of Wang.
Got a good story for you, Squid. Last week, in my draft league. I was playing Corey. Shout out to Corey if you're listening. And he ended up beating me by 50 points. But one of my midfielders was Jack Steele. And I had about 40 minutes to find a replacement. And I grabbed Zach Jones.
Unreal.
You'd think I'd be better, wouldn't you?
Oh, I think you would be better. And what do you end up with? 55 with 10 disposals. That's that's not great, Hort.
No, that sucks.
But that's okay. You live and you learn, and that's what it's all about here.
Oh, and that knocked him out of the finals too in the keeper league too.
Yeah, it did. Yep, it got me. So Zach Jones, you're on the never again list again.
It's all about learning from your mistakes, and the only way you fuck up is if you don't learn from them and you do the same thing again. Either way, I'm saying weak as piss, be better horse.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
You're welcome.
Lads, Cal Wilkie, very low ownership.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a pod move, could you go there?
No, not against Richmond. I need a little bit more firepower going down his way. Granted, he'll probably get a few intercept disposals, but I love Wilkie. I reckon he's amazing, but not for SuperCoach wise for me.
Yeah,
you could go.
Yeah.
You could go if you don't have much money in the bank. Here's where you could get spicy. You could go sideways from John Newcomb to Cal Wilkie for $5,000.
I think I prefer Nuke's upside though.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because Nuke's got that ability to go, he can get those 120s. I mean, granted, it's not likely without Dave, but still, I prefer that over Wilkes. But it depends how your team's formulated and if you need a backman.
Yep.
I mean, you could do worse.
Yeah, for sure. He's had a couple of struggling weeks after he was fairly consistent from rounds 5 through to 12 with the lowest score of 77 and turning up all but 2 rounds. So
not bad.
Yeah, he's had consistency there. But
what price is he sitting at?
418.
It's actually not that bad. It's reasonable. Like I probably rather. Well, here's the question to you, bro. Would you rather have a stab in the dark of Cal Wilkie, or would you prefer to go James Sicily?
I wouldn't prefer either. If I wanted to go real rogue, I'd take James Sicily over the 2. But if I got real rogue, I'd take Tank DeConing, and because he has Essendon at the end of the year. So
interesting.
I could entertain a little bit out there depending on what goes on. That would be a real stab in the dark, but Wilkie's no better.
Okay. Wilkie has Essendon next week as well.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's go, boys. Who's going to win it?
I'm going to go the Tigs. I think they have enough to get it done, and Noah Bolts is going to be able to play. So I like the Tigs in this one.
What's Belter going to do? What's Belter going to do? Punch out Romo or something? Is that how we're going to win this game or something?
It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah, I'm going to back in St Kilda by 4 goals.
All right.
Okay.
They have Wang. That's all they need.
Brisbane Lions are versing Sydney at the Gabba in the Saturday afternoon game. Brisbane Lions without Lockie Neal, so he is done for the year. They're versing the Sydney Swans, who are they done for the year now? Squid? I'm pretty sure they are. I don't think they can make finals.
Yeah, Swans are done, so mathematically out. So just another shit game on this weekend where it doesn't mean anything. So good job, the AFL, for making sure we have a fair and balanced competition. And let's carry on. Brisbane are going to win. Doesn't matter, though. So great.
Talk SuperCoach, mate. Who's here? Who's here for me, Squid?
Yeah, I think it's very relevant.
Josh Dunkley.
But who does James Jordan go to now that Lockie Neal's not playing?
Well, if you've looking at the Swans, Jordan hasn't tagged as much as normal, so it hasn't been tagging every single week. So, I mean, look, you could go Ashcroft, you could go Dunkley, but what's the point in that? I reckon Hugh McCluggage is probably the obvious answer there if they're going to tag. But Dean Cox has shown that he is more than comfortable as using James Jordan as an actual forward rather than a tagger. So, it's just one to keep an eye on now.
And if you've gone the early VC option on your Smith or your Cameron, if you want to get spicy, or Holmes Flanders, you see he's got to land on Grundy if you've got him, don't you? With the way that he's been playing the second half of the year.
Yeah, how could you not? Like his average is like 170 something or whatever it is. It feels like 170. It's only about 155. But yeah, he's
only.
Only 170, 150, and he's on track to get to like 780 grand by the end of the year, which is just outrageous for somebody to get up that high. So and he's going against Darcy Fort as well, not Omac, which a lot of people can overlook pretty easily. Omac's been struggling with his back a lot this year. So yeah, Omac's actually not the Ruck, it's Darcy Fort.
Yeah. So it's Grundy.
It's Grundy.
Oh yeah. It's Grundy.
You know who's been disappointing this year, Squid? Chad Warner.
Yes, he has.
We thought he signed the contract. He went and played a lot of midfield time. And we're like, yep, he's going to bounce back. But I can tell you, since round 9 this year, he's only turned up 3 times.
Yeah, it's very hurtful for people that brought him in as that forward option. And we're trying to hope that was going to be a really good idea. And it definitely wasn't. He needs a bit more bleach, in my eyes, Horse. He's leveled himself out too much. He needs to put himself back out there a bit more and get a bit spicy with it.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So, from Sydney's point of view, you're looking at Goulden, you're looking at Heaney, you're looking at Grundy, and for me, that is probably about it. Callum Mills, if you bought him cheap, congratulations. From Brisbane's point of view, if you've got Dunkley or if you don't have him, I really like him now that Neil's not there anymore. Will Ashcroft will get a spike in inside CBAs.
Yep.
Who else is there? McCluggage, big time. I think Cam Rayner might even get a little bit more midfield time as well for those that may have him available on the waivers in draft leagues. I wouldn't recommend him for Classic. But Flanders, how good is this Logan Morris going to be?
Oh, he's jet. He's anchoring down. He's anchoring down the forward line in my keeper league team, and I picked him up with like the second last pick or something in the draft. It was the best thing I've ever done in my life, I swear. So yeah, Logie there is killing it. He's like the second youngest guy to kick a bag of 6 at the D since Lance Franklin. Like, come on.
I've got something else for you, Squid.
Yo.
The last couple of weeks, Patrick Voss kicked, 5 or 6 against Collingwood?
Yes.
As the deep forward. Last week, Logan Morris kicked 6 as the deep forward. If you're looking at goal scorers against Collingwood this week and you're Hawthorn, are you looking in and around your Jack Gunstons or your Mabir Chol or whoever's going to play deep that could get off the chain again?
Well, if you're going to use it as that medium-sized forward, then yeah, you'd be looking at Jack Gunston. I just don't know if he has that leg speed that's required to be able to put Darcy Moore out of position, as we've seen the last 2 weeks against Fremantle and Brisbane. So it'd be Gunston, if anything. I don't think Charles Royce has the wheels and that kind of game style to be able to do it, but one to definitely watch for sure. But yeah, I mean, I still think that there is a good chance that Levi Ashcroft gets a little bit more midfield time and they're going to start actually deploying that because obviously down the track, they're going to want that Ashcroft midfield. So I reckon this is where we could start to see Levi getting a bit more midfield time as well.
For sure. Brisbane Lions for me, lads.
Yeah, Brizzy.
Yep.
I wouldn't be shocked if Sydney steal this one though. Like
they did play well against them last year.
Yeah, and I think Brisbane might kind of figure a couple of things out and see what works and what doesn't work in this game. And it's the best game to do it because it's against a team that is competitive, good, but not a threat. So I think there's a chance that Sydney could snag it.
Last year, Sydney lost by 2 points at the Gabba. So they can play the ground quite well.
Absolutely. It does fit their dimensions. But I'll tell you, we'll go on to Carlton and the Suns here. But if the Suns don't win this, I am saying that they are the chokiest of chokes because there's no way Carlton should beat them.
If we lose, if we lose, Dan Gorringe can put us on fraud watch. I can approve that. We can go on fraud watch. We are frauds.
Flanders, you've been a frequent listener of ours, and we do bolter bets and we do outrageous things. And you saying that Dan Gorringe could do something if your Suns lose? Weak as piss, be better. Come on, mate. Throw a bolter bet out or bloody put yourself out there, mate.
Damn right.
Yeah, I'm willing to bolter bet for anyone attending the round 24 that's inside the Patreon, I will bolt a bet on Gold Coast winning this game.
Give me 5-1 odds, and I got 6-1 odds, and I got you.
Not a chance, mate. I'm not just giving away beers.
What do you mean? I give you 1 beer if the Suns win, and you give me 6 beers if the Baggers win. That's fair.
Yeah, at the G, that's going to cost me like $1 million for everybody in the Patreon.
No, just
the
me.
rest.
Just me.
Just you. No dodgy deals here, mate.
So Carlton had a
that's a
4.5 hour meeting today, and it is confirmed that Michael Voss is staying on until the end of the year. There is a bit going on there. So watch this space in the next couple of weeks. But turmoil galore at Carlton. They were better last week against Fremantle Squid, but it's just a given Carlton up at halftime and then lose, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's good to see them be better, but you're still just being better than dog shit. So it's not like that great, but at least they made the game somewhat competitive and interesting, which is good to see. Yeah, the only thing I see going, like George Hewitt's been fantastic. Cherry can get an absolute dog up him, that's for certain. I don't know how many people are going to leave Carlton next year, but look, as a friend and a colleague of Hurls, I'm all for it.
Miller, he's back now. So Alex Davies, his 1 game of going nuts is no more.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's got to go. He purely plays as an inside mid, and he tends to be the replacement inside mid for us. So I imagine he'll leave just as quick as he arrived.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's fair. For Carlton, we don't really have anyone. George Hewitt and Patrick Cripps, if you want to get spicy there, but it's your man, Squid. Matt Rao.
Oh, yeah, baby. Say it again. Say it loud and proud. That could be my C this week. Actually, you know what? That will be my C this week.
There you go. Heard it here first. Squid with a big C banger on the redheaded, sun-kissed looking man that is Matt Rao. Noah Anderson, he could be in for a big one as well.
Nope. Horse is not at People's First Stadium. No, that's why it's Matt Rao time.
Okay. No. So, everyone's getting this wrong. It's not People's First Stadium that he plays well at. It's just in wins. And last year, first. We're going to win here. He's going to go well.
Flanders, you also lost to Richmond at Marvel Stadium this year, so shut up.
So for anyone that's got trades, Jai Farah as a downgrade option, Flanders, he's been really good. He looks like a bloke that, the Gold Coast Suns had someone pull out an hour before the fucking bounce in that game against Brisbane, and old mate Dimmer's gone down the local train station, picked up old mate that was busking there for some coins, and raced him to the ground, and then all of a sudden he's got a fucking break even of like a minus 100 or something now.
Yeah, it's not shocked. He's got a average at the moment of 100 because he went 80 and 120. So he is just out here just making everything a joke. I don't mind it, but just be wary of job security. We have Will Graham to come back shortly as well. He can rotate. He can move forward as well. We might end up having Took go forward and give Will Graham a bit of a run in the mid there.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Jai Farah, break even of minus 128. So yeah.
Wow.
Yes, cash cow for anyone that
this time of year, yes. I guess I'm asking from the point of view that he's gone at 80 and 120. If you need someone to loop, could you have him on your bench with the E on him?
Yeah, he's only 119k, so yeah, as a rookie at that price there, you're not getting full basement price, but he'd be pretty stiff to be dropped based on his recent performances.
Here's something for you then, mate. Could people potentially look at trading May from Essendon into Farah, bank 200k, and then potentially go up from a ruckman that they've got to go and grab Brodie Grundy for the run home?
Oh, now you're talking something to me here, mate. There's plenty of those options there. You could, if someone wanted to get a little wild there, they could even potentially go Lockie Neal up to somebody top tier as well for anyone that's suffering with the Neal scenario. There's a lot of options there. I don't hate that move. Going Archer May down to Farah. Yeah.
For sure. Gold Coast Suns to win for me, lads.
I'm with the Suns as well.
Yeah, Flag Suns.
Mm-hmm. Bloody oath.
Get around them. Strommy, it's not going to be this game. It's got to be the next one, mate. Port Adelaide versus Fremantle, 8-10 in Adelaide. You got Port Adelaide, who apparently, pardon me, Rosie's back this week. Butters, he's got to be in for a bounce-back game. Oishan Mullen held him well last week.
Mhm.
Potentially Wagner or someone like that to go to him, you would think, after the job that was done last week. But for Fremantle, you've got Bolton, who, with Young out, will see an uptick in CBAs. You've got Sarong, you've got Brayshaw, you've got Jackson, and you've got Clark and Ryan. Who?
O'Meara will get an uptick in the midfield time too.
Yeah, him too. Who, out of those, Brody, who would you recommend if they needed to get someone in? Brayshaw, quiet last week, popped off for 50 odd in the last quarter to get himself just over 100. Sarong was really quiet as well, and he was well held.
Oh my God.
Who are you thinking?
I'd be more inclined to go down the Brayshaw line. You're going to have potentially a little bit of accountability with Willem Drew potentially around the ball, or even a Miles Bergman hanging out around the ball near a Sarong. And they've proven that if you shut Sarong down, you win your games. If you don't shut him down, you lose your games. So that's just the way it worked. So I'd be taking Brayshaw. I toyed around with him earlier on in the week as my Lockie Neal replacement. So it wasn't the way it ended up going, but yeah, definitely it was one of the considerations on the chopping block.
What happens with Port Adelaide now, Squid, with Burgoyne out for the year now? Pickles is done for the year. I know Rosie's back. Bergman's done for the year. Are there any players that are going under the radar at Port that you could go, well, this guy could be worth a flyer? Or do we just go, nah, congratulations, Bokey. Great career. Play it out, mate.
Yeah.
But when we're talking Supercoach, we're not touching anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, huge congrats to Bokey. I think that the mainstay of Butters and Rosie will continue to play on to finish off Ken's career at Port Adelaide. And then I think the main guys will be the young guys that are trying to put their hand up to take Boke's spot in the team next year to show Carr that they're ready and able to play in that position. So it'll be these young guys that are still looking to try and get into it. So they're the ones that you've got to keep the eye on. Who that's going to be to step it up could be any number of them, but it's just keep an eye out where they're playing, where they're going to trial them, because I guarantee you right now, this is more of what Carr is going to implement next year than what Ken Hinkley is at the moment. And he's going to be looking more to the future of these other guys to try and fulfill the roles that fit Carr's system going forward.
For sure, mate. Flanders, just because I haven't heard it in the last half an hour, tell me how great Dodoro is by letting Patrick Voss go.
Mate, Dodoro's had a lot of things that he's butchered, and that is one of those biggest things there. You guys right now, for a big key forward like that to put beside Nate Caddy, would kill for that. But you don't, because Dodoro sucks.
Well, lucky he's no longer there.
Yep. Well, that's fix a problem.
For Fremantle, it's the guys that we mentioned before that they're the ones that you've got to target. Is there anyone in particular that I'd target this week? Halfbacks against Port Adelaide do okay. So your Jordan Clark, I think, could be in for a good week. Weather dependent, of course, but for me, I think Freo get the job done here and secure a final spot.
Yeah, I can say the same thing.
It's in Adelaide, which, and they have been pretty disappointing. So I'm going to go Freo as well.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Our next game, that is between the GWS team, the Orange team, and your boys, Squid. It's not going to be brought to you by Ryan tonight because he topped the show off. It's going to be brought to you by Stromcrete. For anyone that would like any concreting and landscaping done in the central Victoria area, Stromcrete is your man to go to. His link will be in the description below, and he's got his website up and going. So click the link below and use the promo code INSIGHT to get yourself 10% off any job you want done. Great man. GWS versus your boys, the Roos. Congratulations to Cal Ward, who formally announced his retirement throughout the week. What a man he's been.
Good gag.
How do you think your boys go in this one, Squid?
Shithouse. I was super, super hopeful about that win last week against the Saints, and I thought we were going to get it done. Just couldn't get it over the line, but that's all right. Shit happens, unfortunately. So,
Does Cherry back help at all?
yes, it does, but it's still not going to matter against the Giants. They will flood the absolute shit out. North do not run in defense, and the best running attacking team in the AFL by a country mile is the Giants. So they are going to absolutely destroy us off turnovers. If anyone would like to know as well, I have it on very good authority that Geordie Payne will be getting his debut game for the Roos this week as well.
Beautiful.
I think he's
Flanders.
99K. Is he not? 99K.
What's that, sorry? Yes, he is.
I think he's
cheap.
in. Yeah, I think he's 99K forward DPP, but I'm not sure.
For the
190.
Okay.
Damn. Bugger.
For the Insight crew, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a round 24 catch up where we're going to the footy. It will be at Marvel Stadium. And at this stage, it's North versus Adelaide that we're going to. Is there going to be more people that attend our catch up than what will go to the Kangaroos versus GWS game this weekend, Flanders?
Yeah, pretty confident in that there. We got a big old crew going down for round 24.
We do.
And it's not going to be that many people rocking up for North versus GWS, I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
And that was from Cutner. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, the spelling error, yeah.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
next Tuesday, everyone, Roger.
Really?
Ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. Great name.
Cherry back. LDU was brought in by some as a bit of a pod last week, Squid. Is he going to back up what do you score, 112 or something like that?
Not bad. Yeah, I mean, look, it's good to have X back to be able to do that. But look, LDU looked fantastic last week against the Saints. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing here against the Giants. The Giants midfield's obviously stacked. So, I mean, look, it's going to be him against Callahan. I would say it's probably not going to go as well as it did last week, but you never know. If he can actually hit a kick and not wait 10 seconds before they call play on after he takes a mark, then that'd be great.
Yeah. For GWS Flanders, you've got Callahan, you've got Green, Hogan looks sore, so I wouldn't be surprised if he rested this week. But then you've got Ash and you've got Whitfield. Are there any one of those players that you're looking at in particular if you were going to bring one in this week?
Yeah, Whitfield tickled me pickle earlier on in the week. I liked that move. I was really trying to move Merritt on, but then Lockie Neal decided he didn't like his quads, so I had to move him on instead. And yeah, Whitfield has been the guy that, was around, and I like that idea there. Ash is a wonderful option too. They're both working really well in that back line together, so I can get behind those guys. I can't get behind Callahan. I just think it's probably a bit too early for his consistency. I want someone who's going to be able to give me tons for the rest of the year. So I just couldn't go Callahan.
According to IJ, Hogan is resting this weekend. Would love to know your tomato or barbecue sauce, please.
Love that. Also, if we're talking punters club as well, loving O'Halloran, Darcy Jones, these type of players to kick goals against North this week. I reckon they'll have a field day.
I think so. Yeah. Roos by not much, Squid?
Yeah, look, there's absolutely no goddamn chance in the world that I'm going to tip against North. So I'm going to go North here by about 10 points.
Yep.
Well done.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to back in the Giants.
You bastard.
Yeah. I'll back the Giants in. Not by much. It'll be close. It'll be close. All carried by X-Man. But Giants only just.
I appreciate that.
Kangaroos by
my boy.
minus 130.
Bastard. We're not round 23 Essendon, all right? We don't have to worry about that.
Oh, mate, we're going to get fucking pumped the next 3 weeks. But let's talk about another team that might get pumped, and that's Melbourne with whoever the new coach is going to be versus Western Bulldogs, 12th versus 9. And the Dogs need to keep winning to keep their finals chances alive. It's at the MCG, Squid. We're not really looking at anyone, are we, from Melbourne? Maybe Maxi Gawn and Sex Track?
I still wouldn't be overly confident with that, depending on what the new coach's game plan is going to be implementing. I'm pretty sure he's just going to be copy and pasting some good ones, so that's all right. But geez, the Dogs are just Dogs are going to have a field day here. If you don't bring effort against the Dogs, they are going to tear them up, and Melbourne could not give one slightest bit of a shit. Although the new coach record is very, very favourable, so there is a chance that the D's could do it here if history is anything to go by. So just keep that in mind. Keep that. That'd be huge if the D's could bowl over the Dogs here and ruin their finals hopes.
That would nearly do them. Yep, Flanders. For Western Bulldogs, you've got the obvious choices of your Bontempellis, Liberatores, Ed Richards. Tim English has come to relevance a double ton last weekend. Is there any love for like a Matt Kennedy or someone like that? Sam Darcy, even if people want to get pottish? Daily Bale even?
I could get behind. Yeah, I could get behind a bit of Daily Bale. I could get behind a bit of Sam Darcy. Melbourne are weird. They might have some accountability for somebody this week, so I don't really like the idea of an inside mid. You have no idea where they're going to go some weeks, so like they could try send a Clary to a Bont or something like that. Just something that impacts where you're not going to get that big score. Yeah, Ed Langdon. Just something like that there. You could see Ed Langdon go to Ed Richards. Could have Eds on Eds. That'd be great. Just something to keep an eye out there for. But my in for Chalky Neal is going to be Ed Richards. So that's the plan there with the C firmly placed on Max Gawn.
Interesting.
And lads, we're talking about your Clayton Olivers and Ed Richardses. And as Skull says, too many rangers in this game. I don't like it. So
Oscar Baker.
Yeah, him too. Yeah. Who else has got red hair?
Jake Bowie.
Not Buku Kamas.
No, but he could be on the outs as well.
He could be, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, what do we reckon, lads? Dogs to win?
Yes, I'm going to go the Dogs. Yeah. I think they're going to break the interim coach curse.
Yeah, they will too, unless anyone's familiar with Troy Chaplin's game plans, because he is confirmed as the interim coach. Unless you're familiar with Troy Chaplin's game plans, I'm no clue. Couldn't tell you.
The old centre half back from Port Adelaide. Yes.
Was he? No. I was saying, was he Casey's VFL coach? Like, was he doing that this season, or was he just literally the assistant coach at the D's?
Well, that'll be something for Deadly to shout out, I reckon.
Appreciate it. See if Flanders can get it up for us, but that's all right. We'll get back to it.
Yep.
Go to the game of the round, horse.
Go to the game of the round.
Yeah. West Coast versus Adelaide.
Oh, shit. Righto. Last versus first. West Coast versus Adelaide. And while it was a fucking good ride to start off the year, Ben Keys has been a thorn in my side over the past 6 weeks, Squid.
Mm-hmm. Yep, unfortunately, horse, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes there's a little bit of a down spurt, but if there's a game, horse, for him to bring it back, this is the game.
You reckon?
I'm also tossing up the choice of doing Jordan Dawson for the C, because I reckon he could absolutely dominate in this game. Dominate. But yeah, it's good to see West Coast fans are all going to turn out for this game, but Adelaide are going to pelt them.
The last 3 times they've played, they've won by over 10 goals every time. So,
nice.
But that's in Adelaide. Right? It might be different in West Coast or in Perth.
Have you seen how good Adelaide are this year?
Oh, they're so good.
They are unbelievably good.
What do you reckon, Flanders? Thilthorpe.
Thank you, David.
Could he be a nice little pod pick on the way home?
I don't hate it. Their run home is just absolutely gorgeous. So I could get behind it. Riley Thilthorpe. He's fun to watch if nothing else. I've been rolling with him in draft all year, and boy oh boy, it's just nice knowing that my forward line actually gets a ton some weeks. So yeah, I can be a big fan of Thilthorpe, and if you're just having some fun for the year, Riley Thilthorpe having a big key forward that's just going to kick bags on bags, mate, that's what you love to see. And for anyone that wants to be familiar with the centre half back Troy Chaplin's game, he is the forward coach and team offense. So I don't know if they put him at the other end of the ground, but yeah, he's the offense guy, which is senior coach.
For the D's.
For the D's.
Well, they have the worst offense I have seen in a long time. So I am going Bulldogs by 80.
goals.
Yeah.
Now, Skull brings up a good point of view here that I want to bring up with you lads.
Thick thought.
Adelaide could be up by a lot in this game.
Yes.
And people have spoken about Dawson being rested or what have you. But you know what? I actually think he's close to winning a Brownlow. So if he gets another 3 votes in this game, I comfortably think he's top 5 at the moment.
Yes.
If he gets another 3 in this game and then finishes off the year really strong, he's got a game against North Melbourne, and then I can't think of the life of me who the next game is against. He could end up with 6 votes in the last 3 games.
Collingwood North.
Collingwood.
Collingwood North.
It's Collingwood.
Okay, so even against Collingwood, he plays well. No one tags him. So that could be
very
an
true.
absolute, could be a very good run home for Jordan Dawson. And I think the people of Adelaide wouldn't forgive Matthew Nicks if he's in with a chance of winning the Brownlow and then he gets rested. So,
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's my move this week. If you want to bring in a player, it's Jordan Dawson.
Yeah, and also see you next Tuesday. Said Dawson will just play forward, not subbed, and I think he's 100% bang on as a player that can go all around the ground. I think they'll just move him forward. Actually, a better way of doing it, they might actually move him defence because that's where the ball's not going to be. So maybe he'll get rested down there.
Yeah.
Because if he goes forward, he'll probably see more of the ball.
Yeah, exactly right. Actually, you know what? He's kicking 6.
Off. That'll get him the 3.
Yeah.
Especially from the back pocket. Yeah.
Oh,
Flanders, Rankin, Keys, anyone?
I don't mind Rankin. I'll take having him in my forward line at the moment. I haven't loved it all year, but he's been there. This is probably the game that I'm happy to have him there, but he could also go missing too. He's not going to have a big moment to stand up in because the big moment's going to be the centre bounce at the start. But other than that's it. So, like, there's not going to be much else here. I know you said that Dawson's a buy, mate. Do you have a spare 30K you can send me? Because I need 30K. No, okay. I
Actually,
thought I'd over. It'd be great.
I do have $44,600 left, but I can't use it because I don't have any trades. So if you can find a way to filter that through to your account, mate, go nuts.
On what, mate? I'll work something out.
That is so silly, Horse. How can you leave over that much money left in and have no trades left coming from someone that has 48K and no trades? I can't believe you, Horse. That's a disgrace.
Terrible, isn't it? Adelaide by heaps, lads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
twice over.
The only thing that beats Adelaide is their willingness to keep piling on the damage.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't have forgiveness. Like, that's probably forgiveness.
No, they definitely don't. But is there anything that can back it up ladder wise to say that they need percentage over Collingwood or
they're a mile ahead.
there?
They're a mile ahead, mate. 144%.
That's the one thing that if something.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for the games this week. Squid, have you got something for our code of the week this week?
Oh, mate, why not?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Squid has decided to give us one of the best. He hasn't even told me about it this week. I'd ask him about it, but here it is. None other than the code of the week.
I do this begrudgingly to start off with, Horse, but, sometimes some people just need the ass right up there. And look, Jesse Hogan last week, I don't care if you're injured, whatnot, you can at least put a little bit of effort in to try and make the game do something. Horse, actually, let me ask you a question last week, Horse. How many kicks did you have in the AFL?
2. No, 0.
None? Well, Jesse Hogan had 3 more than you last week. That is a fucking disgrace, Jesse. That is, you're better than that. You're a Coleman medalist. Come on, mate. Weak as piss. Be better. I can't believe that. And then when we're talking about someone that needs to be better, someone that's had an excellent career. He's been fantastic back in the day, but he's so far past it. And I'm talking about Toddy Goldstein, and I'm talking more specifically to the Essendon selection committee that decided that they only needed Todd Goldstein to go against Brodie Grundy last week. He had 39 disposals as a ruckman. 39. That is a shit ton. So Essendon selection committee, don't embarrass the man like that again. That is the record-leading person for hit-outs in a game. He nearly won a Brownlow. And you do him dirty like that. That's weak as piss, be better right there. But there's something that's more concerning to me, Horse. And that's what the fuck is going on at Melbourne. What the fuck is going on at Melbourne? You're telling me you win by 83 points and you're like, this is the time to sack the coach. This is as worse it's going to get for us. It's time for us to pull the pin. And then we're going to swap him with the forward line coach when the forward line hasn't been good for 30 fucking years since David Neitz was in there. I don't know what the hell this joke of a franchise is going to do. Track's going to leave and go to Collingwood and make them even better. Clary's going to go to Geelong and make them even better. Max Gawn's probably going to go do breakfast radio, and Stephen May's going to jail. So it's all going down to shit for Melbourne, just where they deserve, because they did not want to fucking get a forward. So Melbourne, weak as piss, be better. Buy my fucking merch. Horse, don't you dare fucking interrupt me when I'm trying to tell people to buy our merch. Unfucking believable.
Jake leaving to North Melbourne as well.
Yeah, come to die, Jake. It's a great place.
And
put your career on suicide.
You're right. Melbourne's forward line hasn't been good since Alan Jakovic was there many years ago.
Don't you dare disrespect Russell Robinson ever again.
Oh, Russell Robinson, Jeff Farmer,
Jeff White, David Neitz.
Only the greats have been carried off on a stretcher.
Gary.
Neck brace included?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a cone for this week. We're going to get stuck into some questions.
It's question time. Let's answer your questions for the week ahead.
Oh, question time. Evening, big slugs. Evening to you, great man. Jasper, is Flanders copying your man cave, Horse?
Yes. Yeah, I actually, the Horse was doing deals on him, so he sold it to me cheap. So Strummy did the concreting for it.
Smart.
Discount for cash.
Discount
Just
for
ask
cash.
Massimo di Ambrosio. No. Hurls is busy doing my taxes. Yeah, probably. It's a busy time of year for the man.
Yeah.
Frankie, hey, mate. 3 good ins for the Pies. Strengthens our backline. Yeah, it does. It does make you guys a lot stronger with, what's his name? The guy that takes lots of high marks. And Billy Frampton. How?
Mm-hmm. How?
For a sec.
How did he get so high?
Oh, he's unreal, isn't he? Cutner. I heard Essendon are finally playing finals this year. SuperCoach finals, that is. 7,467,000 days. Done. We're playing finals. Hear that, Squid? Even North are playing finals.
No, they're not. They are fucking not. They all suck.
Yes, we do. Channel 7 don't want to cover the Essendon Carlton game in round 24. Oh, mate, I had this conversation with a couple of people today, and it's quite sad as an Essendon supporter that we're being dragged down to Carlton's level. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Nathan Simpson, awesome podcast all year, lads. Thanks, mate. Having my best season thanks to your advice. Rank 42 overall. Wow.
Bang.
With 2 trades left. Not having Grundy has killed me. Mate, if you can trade down for Jai Farah and maybe move up to Grundy, that could be your ticket.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like it. It sounds like he's already doing an absolute rip snorting of a job. So, in all honesty, like, he just keeps on going. Hopefully, it just you just keep on going with the way you're going.
Hey, Horse, he took your advice. He went Jared Witts.
What a man.
I know.
Yeah,
just
good.
elite moves there.
What a man. TDK, I can't get him to Grundy with 3 trades. Yeah, he shit the bed the last couple of months, really. He just looks so disinterested.
Oh yeah, shocking.
Nath, again, horse, you got pink eye or been ripping the hongers? Nah, I've got the bloody flu that's getting around, mate. Still got a shot for the podcast, though.
He's got
Jasper.
the pink eye, he just doesn't know it. I just went to his place the other day. Do the odd.
And it was consensual. McCarthy will be good this week, Flanders.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, he will be. He'll be wonderful. The ball's going to live down there, so yeah, they're going to see plenty of that ball back there. So there's no question about that.
Maybe Squid can shave his beard too if North lose. And we can see Horse has shaved his already. Well, I haven't actually. I'm letting it grow out a little bit. Not going to give too much away. As he already knows the Bombers will lose. Yeah, I'll shave it.
Oh, how about this, Higo? I'll shave my beard if you shave your head. All right? How about that?
Yeah, here you go.
They're trying to tell me I'm going to shave my beard if Gold Coast lose. But little do they know, and this is something you guys will find out here, I'm shaving my beard off for Movember.
Oh, lovely.
Really?
Yes,
Lovely.
yes. I've had it for the better part of nearly 10 years now, but it'll be going for Movember this year.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, love
Yes.
that. We'll make sure everyone donates to Flanders for doing that.
Yeah.
Definitely, fellas.
And-
Keep an eye out on the socials.
Deadly, he's not going to keep the hair so you can stick it on your face either, mate. Skull. Adelaide to win by the girth of Thickthorpe. Blah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge
Yeah.
number.
I can't fit it all. I can't fit it all, Horse.
Yeah, it's got to be big. Corey Blackledge. Who to VC? Nas or Cameron? Nas.
Yeah, Nas if you want to go mainstream, but if not, I could get behind Jezza.
I like Jezza. I really like Jezza.
Against
I
Cecily.
really like Jezza. The only thing about Jezza is they're going to be up at 100 points, so the Supercoach scaling's obviously not going to be as good. So there's that. So unless he kicks an absolute bag, which he probably will, so I'm going Jezza. Oh, jeez.
Basketball was a forfeit, so have made it to catch the last bit of the potty. Evening, lads. What a man.
What a man. He's definitely going to do his balls for November. That's a great question.
If by balls you mean his chin, probably not.
Uh,
Has he hit puberty yet?
no, seen that mustache? Not a chance.
Damn. Yeah, I still think it's stuck on.
It's one of those ones, is it Charlie Chaplin, how they get the glasses with the moustache stuck to the glasses?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? He could Deli could do a mean Hitler mustache. He should probably run that to look a bit better.
We don't condone anything to do with that man.
I'm talking about facial hair here, Horse. All right. I am not talking about anything else. Thank you very much. And also, it wouldn't. Yes.
Does he have to get a note from his mum to fly down from Sydney for round 24? His mum sign the note and give it to the airline?
We will be authorising that. Yes, absolutely.
He actually gets cheaper seats because he only has to pay for the kids' fares.
He's stopping it. He's going to beat the last.
How good that
is. Is Campbell Chesser a buy? He was good last week.
I don't know what you're on about. We've been telling you this for ages.
Oh, mate. He's so bad.
He made you look silly last week, actually. Because I'll tell you what, I told all the boys the easiest bet this week was Campbell Chesser for 15 disposals at $2. Piece of piss. He was always going to.
Has he got 15 touches collectively in his 20 games he had before that?
Who cares? I won money.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
That's all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for our questions, queries, doubtful points tonight. Squiddy, thank you, great man, for joining us again.
My pleasure. Always an absolute pleasure.
We've got 2 more weeks, mate. Round 23, round 24, then we're done. But Supercoach Finals is coming, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be doing a podcast on that throughout Supercoach Finals or AFL Finals, where Supercoach will be running. It'll be a whole new format. Your teams will be reset as far as of the understanding, and that you get unlimited money to choose your team. So stand by. There's going to be a bit to do in the off season. Oh, well, the off season for SuperCoach, but it really is in season.
Yes.
Flanders, where can the people at home find you, my good man?
You can find me on X and on Instagram, SC_Flanders. AFL's starting to wrap up now, but NBA content is kicking off. So, me and Horse will be over there. Squiddy will be popping in as he always is. So, expect plenty of absolute debauchery over there.
Mm-hmm.
Squiddy is the man that I go to for all things NBA. Whenever I'm going to make a move, whenever I'm looking at someone on the waiver wire, this is the guy I ring. He knows it inside out. As much as he won't admit to it, he's a very knowledgeable man.
And when have I ever led you astray, Horse?
Never.
That's right. That's right. Best trade last year. I can't remember something about someone good, and I was like, yeah, we got that done. So, you know what?
I grabbed Kellel Ware off waivers before he popped off. That was probably the best one.
That was a good one. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I definitely don't have Giannis at 25. I'll tell you that much for free, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I'd never do that. I'm not that dumb.
Two things, ladies and gentlemen, before we knock off round 24. The Insight crew are going to be at Marvel Stadium. It might not be pretty, but it's going to be North Melbourne versus Adelaide. We're going to be there for a frothy. We're going to catch up beforehand. And then there may be a chance, Quiddy's out already, maybe a chance afterwards that we do catch the Geelong game as well at the MCG. If Jezza Cameron's on track for 100, we're going to be on the field kicking the balls around while he's got his ton. So if you guys would like to join with us having a beer, watching the footy, by all means, jump in our Discord, send us a DM, come along and enjoy the day. It's a celebration for all of us for the SuperCoach that we've had to endure this year, which has been a year like no other. So commiserate or congratulate, whichever way you want to go, but we will be there around 24. And before I do go, it's okay not to be okay, and it's not weak to speak. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are struggling, our inboxes are open. Friends, family, reach out. The most important person is you. Don't be ashamed. It's okay to speak up. It's okay not to be okay, and it's not weak to speak. On behalf of the great man, Squid, the other great man, Flanders, and just Horse, we'll see you tomorrow night for our Panic Room. It's bound to be a banger again. We'll catch you then. Peace.
Jezza by 24.